Hey y'all, I'm back. This is Susie. Thank you for joining me in my craft room again. I cannot wait to show you our pieces. They turned out looking so nice. I'm really excited. They've dried beautifully. They don't have hardly any shine whatsoever. Isn't that just gorgeous? I just love the way that turned out. Okay, and then off camera, I made another one, and then I took napkin, and then put it on top. And I did use this napkin, I believe, in our journals, but I think we Mod Podged it, and then, not Mod Podged it, just sewed it, and then distressed it, or maybe just distressed it. We did something with it. But anyway, so these colors aren't exactly right for what I want. But anyway, I think they're fine. I am going to distress it a little bit. As you can see, I forgot to pull my napkin off while it was wet. I guess that shows you I'm really not the brightest bulb in the house. But anyway, this is the one that I made off camera. I thought it turned out really, really pretty. And these colors would go great in something. So even if I don't want to use it here, I will certainly not get rid of it, because it will be beautiful somewhere. And then these are my dried pieces. Aren't you loving that? I just absolutely adore that. And then this one was the other one that I did, and I thought it came out just absolutely beautiful too. So these are probably what I'm going to use to make a journal cover with. And then of course we have our snippet pieces, our paper snippets. Now I do want to say, when Gi did her master boards, she took some little scrap pieces of fabric and laid them out on hers. I didn't do that because I haven't really used a lot of fabric. I've used some laces and things, but not really. Well, I did use some fabric, didn't I? I could have put those on here, but since it's not going with that particular journal, I didn't want to do that. I can always glue them on later if I want to, and I would just prefer to have these where I can decorate them how I want to. But hers, she's got some absolutely stunning pieces that she made. Go ahead and gluing the fabric on there. You can also put your fibers on there, when you're Mod Podging your stuff on there, and that would be really, really pretty too. So what we can do with the master boards, of course, is make journal covers, or we can cut these up into tags. If you don't have a tag template, or you're uncomfortable like cutting them, a 2 by about 4 or 2 by 4.5 inch sizes are usually pretty good. So you could get several, probably 4 tags out of that, 8.5, I guess so, 4 tags out of that, across there if you wanted to. So there's things you can do. You can cut it up and use it as a snippet roll. Of course, if I'm going to go ahead and use this for a journal cover, then I will trim off my edges around here. If I'm going to use it for a snippet, I'm not going to trim them off. Well, maybe this one I'll tear off just a little bit. But otherwise, I kind of want them to hang over a little bit. So, now, snippets. What can we do with snippets? Let me give you some ideas. And you would think I would be better prepared. I think I was, in a hurry earlier to get off my hip. It was hurting me pretty badly. And I was trying to get off of it, and maybe that's why I just had a dumb attack or something. Alright, so we're going to make a little pocket. Let's just make a little floating pocket to go in here. Let's, now you can fold these little pieces in, or you can feed them, or you can fold them out. And that just reinforces the edges, remember? So, and you can, fold that to the back, and this one, back if you want to, however you want to do it. It doesn't much matter how you do it. But anyway, I'm just kind of giving you an idea. So, let's say that, that's glued down, and that's glued down, and the sides are glued shut, and we've got us a nice little pocket right there. Of course, you can make a tag, out of your master board to put in there, and it will all match fine. And then you can take, let's use this one. I was watching somebody's video earlier. Y'all are going to laugh about this. But I was watching somebody's video earlier. This one may not be a little bit long enough, but that's okay. You'll get the idea. And she was talking about her glue stick, and that, you know, something didn't stick down real well, and she said it was operator error. And I thought, well, maybe that's why I don't have any luck with glue sticks. Maybe it's just operator error. So I literally went on YouTube to see how to properly use a glue stick to see if it were operator error. Well, everybody on there uses them the same way that I've been trying to do, so I don't think it's operator error. All right, so let's place this one down first, okay? Let me turn that under so it looks like it's glued. All right. We're going to place this one down first, and then I'm going to place this one on top. And of course, this lines up with the bottom, right? So what I have now, and I'm only going to glue them on the sides, both of them on the sides, and then that's going to give me a pocket here, and then a pocket here. So that's something you can do with your little snippets. And this little piece I cut off, don't get rid of it. Save it. You'll use it for something. Now these, maybe not so much, but I guess you could always put them on another master board. Okay, so that's one idea of something you can do with your snippets. Another thing you can do with them, let's say that this is a journal page, okay? You can put it, say, across your journal page. Just only glue it at the very, very top up here, and then use this for a tuck. And then you could tuck, you know, papers or whatever up under there, because that'll be glued right there. So that's a good thing. Also, you can put it at the bottom of the page and use it for a bottom tuck. So that's something else you can do with it. Oh, the little booklets we made. What did I do with the little booklets we made? Hang on. I can't move very fast. And they're not right there. Oh, that's special. Oh, here's the little thing right here beside me. Thank God. And they went, oh, what is that? Lord have, oh gosh, it's a piece of ribbon. I thought something done run across my foot. Great day. I was fixing to panic. Fixing to panic. My dog didn't even bark, so I guess I should have known something wasn't right. Or something wasn't wrong. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay, I don't know what I did with our little booklets. But anyway, we're going to use this one for example. We'll pretend this is a booklet. Those little flippy down pages, you know, that I put all together yesterday, you could take and cut a piece of this off, like cut this in half, and then just put it right across the top as a piece of decoration. You could do the same thing for a tag. You know, if you have a tag ready to go, and it's a plain tag, and you happen to need a decoration for it, you know, you could put a piece across the very top and then punch your hole in it. You know, of course, you cut, you know, your corners and punch your hole, or you could just put it down below, or you can put a piece of it down here and make a pocket, just glue it on both sides and across the bottom, and just glue this on here, and that would make a cute little pocket. Oh, you could use this for a belly band, you know, in your journal. Wish I had the journals pulled out, but I don't. Anyway, we'll pretend this is a journal page. You could absolutely put it across the journal page. You know, you can do it in the middle, you know, down towards here, down towards here. You know, you could put it this way and, you know, stick papers up under there like that. Of course, if it goes this way, like this. Or if you have a plain belly band, say like this, and of course you wouldn't want this wide, but you know, say if it was half that size, and then you could just put it, you know, here to decorate. You know, just glue it down, or you could, you know, glue that piece down right in the middle. Just kind of dress it up a little bit, put it to one side or the other. You could even, you know, do it like halfway and make that a little tuck, and then have the belly band there. The same thing, you could just glue a little bit here, you know, and leave that as a little tuck, or at the bottom, however you want to do it. So that's another idea for that. Okay, and then let's talk about some paper clips. So we can take this and glue it to a piece of card, you know, just regular cardstock. This just happened to be right here with me. But anyway, and do I have a paper clip without having to reach for the stars? Okay, right here. I know I moved, y'all. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't make you drunk. Alright, those are big ones. I could use big ones or little ones. And if you had your piece of card, you would take and I put my smaller side on the outside. Let's make that the outside since you can see this. I put my smaller side on the outside, and then I could just take my glue and glue that down. And, you know, in case that roll well in glue, I would probably use hot glue just to hold it quickly and in place. But you can use, you know, whatever you want to. And then just, you know, make sure that stays down good and firm. You can actually fold this in half, maybe. And once you have this glued back here, no, that won't work. Okay, anyway, just like that. All right, now, if you want to, then you can take the piece, fold it in half, and glue your paper clip on. But it would be shown, you know, or you can glue it just, yes, like if it was longer, of course, like this. Glue that here, and then that would clip on. So, I'm not crazy about that idea. However, I do want to show you an alternate way, and you would definitely want to use card, not something quite this thick, but just like some card stock. Y'all wouldn't believe how few scraps that I have left over after making these snippet rolls. Let me just show you. That is literally all the scraps that I had left out of all those papers that I used making all those pieces. That is it. And so I'm really, really excited. I hardly have any scraps left now. Now, I used to, you know, just have, and I still have tons and tons of scraps from when I used to keep them all because I didn't really know what to do with them. But now that I make snippets and master boards and, you know, collage pages and stuff, I almost always use my scraps. Okay, so we're going to cut this down just a hair. Well, actually, I want to cut it this way. Alright, and I'm going to fold this in half. And this is going to make you a hidden paper clip. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your paper clip on here. And you're going to fold this. This probably needs to be shorter. I'm not cut my paper clip. Alright. And so, you know, I've already folded this once, so I'm going to try to leave that like that. But anyway, you've got this glued to there, and then you're going to glue this on top of that paper clip. And then what that does is you can stick that piece of paper between your paper clip, your paper pieces that are in there, because that'll be stuck. So this will open up. Well, it's supposed to open up like a regular paper clip. If they were glued down, they would. But and then this would be a hidden paper clip, just like that. Isn't that neat? Don't y'all love that idea? And you have a whole hidden paper clip. So, like I said, I would not. That was the problem. I had too many in there, didn't I? And now, see if I can. Oh, that was the piece I was sticking in. I guess I'm not real bright. Alright, so that would just stick in between there like that. And then that would hang on a page. Of course, you know, this would be, you know, shorter or longer, however you want it, but that would just stick on a page, and then you can't even see your paper clip. You can make side-loading ones. You can make top-loading ones. You know, you can put words on here. You know, if you're going to clip it to the side of the page, then you can put your word this way. If you're going to clip it at the top of the page, you can put your word this way. You can embellish, you know, these up any way you want to. Another really neat idea is to take your snippet and to, let's cut it, well, we'll just use that piece right there. Definitely, well, you know what, here, we'll do it just like this. We'll leave it long. Who says we can't leave it long? It's our rules, right? Oh, I was telling you about the glue stick, about going on YouTube to see what I was doing wrong with the glue stick. Well, guess what? I wasn't. So, it turns out that I was not so stupid that I couldn't figure out how to use a glue stick properly. But I just thought, well, you know what? If she's got an operator error using a glue stick, chances are I probably do too. Alright, so anyway, I have folded this back, and I would need to glue that down if I'm going to use this piece. Otherwise, I could just cut that off and glue that straight to the back of that. And then, you know, no, because that would still show. So I would have to have a piece still back here. Yep. So I would need this piece to be off. Sorry, I guess my head's not really here tonight. Alright, so now I would stick this on here, and that would decorate the back, is kind of the point here. And once this is glued to here, you don't have to glue it on this side, you glue it on this side. Once this is glued to here, and you put that on top, then you have a banner. Where'd it go? Banner paper clip. Is that cool? Is that totally cool? And if you had another one about the same length or somewhere in the neighborhood, you can make another one and then just kind of put them, you know, like that, and you'd have one kind of banner going here and one kind of going there, and that would be really, really cute. So that's something else that you could do with them. Of course, you wouldn't see the paper clip, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm talking about. So isn't that adorable? I just, you know, thought there are so many different ideas that you can do with these snippets, and I wanted to kind of share some of them with you, because I just, you know, I love, love, love to use them. Now, if you don't know how to make or measure for a journal cover, you're going to need to decide what size papers you want. So let's say that you're going to use your standard 8.5 by 11 or A4 copy paper to make your journals, and you're going to fold them in half and use that. Well, I'm going to have to go with the American because I can't remember exactly what the A4 is, but it's close to ours. So if it's going to be 8.5 and 11, and we fold the paper in half, then that comes out to 11 divided by 2 comes out to 5.5 inches. So this is going to need to be 5.5 inches. And I'm going to trim this up. So I'm going to need to measure over 5.5 inches, and then I'll cut there. If that's what I'm going to use for my my journal cover. I say my ruler ran off, but it didn't. Okay, that was definitely operator error. Well, 5.5 inches would be what your pages are, and you want to allow a 1/4 inch for each. No, only on the front, because this is going to be separate. If you were folding this and making it like front and back, then you would have to leave like a 1/4 inch for the front and a 1/4 inch for the back, plus the spine. But since this is only either going to be the front or the back, I only need to allow an extra 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch would be better, because when you have your pages folded over, they don't meet up good. You know, they're not even. They're different levels. So if you allow a 1/2 inch, so if I say 5.5 plus a 1/2 inch would be 6. So I at least want to make this 6 inches. And so I would mark this at 6. Here. In here. And I would put my ruler down, and I would take my craft knife and hold that ruler down real good and just cut right along that. And that would be either the front or the back of my journal cover. Okay. And then this I can use for tags or tucks or what have you. But I'm going to save a piece to use for what will be my spine. And you know what? I measured that wrong, because now this is going to be too short this way. I should have left the length on there. But that's okay. I can make a traveler's notebook with that. So, but there are so many different things you could do. So let me show you on the other piece what I'm talking about. So this piece would be exactly 11. So 8.5 by 11. This is going to be just a little bit short for my liking, because again, you know, you're going to want to leave a 1/4 inch at the top and a bottom. So I should have checked my cardboard if I was going to use that size journals. Like I said, it's not going to matter because I can make these any size, these journals any size I want. We can make another journal just like the smaller ones that we made before. So there's lots of things that, you know, you can do with that. Let me put this back because I know the camera doesn't like white. Now, what I do want to mention, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. I want you to go check out Gi's channel and see how she does it all. But also, watch her video on how to make the signpost bookmarks. They are so cute. And I would show you, but I don't have any real thin, like popsicle sticks or craft sticks. And my thick ones would just be too thick to show you with. But they are so cute. I mean, they are adorable. So definitely go check that out and see if that might be something that you'd be interested in. I may try to do it like with the altered paper clip, like I just showed you, where you stick the paper in between, you know, like that. And then you can, you know, once you get the cardboard in there, then glue the maybe paper too, and then somehow insert. I'll have to play with it and see if I can figure it out because they are adorable. I just love it. Another thing to check out is her metal flower embellishments. I know that sounds really complicated, but they're not. And I think they are just so adorable and so easy to do. And you don't need a whole bunch of jewelry making equipment or metal work equipment or whatever you call it to do with metal. She just has some beautiful ones. And then she has something called the stone look embellishments or something, and she's literally taken old jewelry like old brooches or earrings and given them a stone effect and used them on journals, and they are stunning. So go check those out. Also, art tiles. We made something, the words. Remember when we put the glossy accents or the fingernail polish on the words that I put on the journal cover, which I don't have in front of me, of course. But anyway, I put that on there. Well, she did that on these little tiles, on these little square tiles. And she cut the tiles out of, like, the chipboard like this. And then she put, you know, her words, or I don't think it was words. No, she used, gosh, it's been a long time. Flowers or something. I can't remember. She put something on them. Actually, I think she put book page with decorative napkin on top, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I can't be sure. It's been a while. But anyway, and then she put the glossy accents on there. What I was thinking, if you have some jump rings, you know, like that hold your charms on necklaces or your pendants on necklaces, you could actually put a little hole in your tile with your awl, your ice pick, whatever you had to punch holes with. You could punch a hole in there before you put the glossy accents or the fingernail polish. And you may even want to make it a little bit bigger, because once you put the glossy accents or the nail polish in there, it might fill that hole up. So another alternative to that is, once you've made the hole and you've painted the stuff on, is to take a toothpick or, you know, something and clean out that hole. And then you could attach it with a jump ring onto the little dingly-danglies off of your journal pages, off of your laces, off of the trims that you put on your, you know, on the outside of your journals, you know, hanging down on the outside. Just so many cute things. So I did want to mention those. And right now, Dee Farrago is doing the most unique journal I believe I've ever seen. It's like a real trashy journal. Wait, trashy. No, it's not trashy. Sorry, Dee Dee, it's not trashy. Nothing about Dee Dee is trashy. Her journal's not trashy. Her journal, you know, I mean, just, she's great people. Anyway, it's messy. No, let's see, messy's not a good word. It's a junk journal. How about that? It's a junky junk journal. I really don't want to make this thing sound bad, because it is not. It is so cool looking. Y'all got to go up there and check it out. Is this the one she posted today? And like an idiot, I did not write down the name of that video. I was so excited about it. I actually made up a little template for myself, and that's in her little binder that I have, you know, of things that have inspired me that she's made. And so I stuck it in there real quick so I wouldn't forget about it. But y'all need to go check that video out. It is so cool. I've never seen anybody do it before, to that extent anyway. And she actually learned it from someone else, and she called her Ms. Jackie. And I did go over to Ms. Jackie's channel, and I can't remember the name of Ms. Jackie's channel. So you'll have to go to check Dee Dee's out and watch hers to find out the person that she learned it from. But I'm telling you, I just loved the look at it. And to me, that is what you would call a real treasure book, or what people refer to as a junk journal. I mean, it, like I said, I don't want to make it sound bad, because it is absolutely not. It is, I think it's magnificent. I can't wait to make one for myself. Okay, tomorrow, bring along your paper clips. I'm not sure if we're going to do paper clips, or if we're going to be working on all your little scrap pieces, you know, that I told you to save. You know, toilet paper rolls, your box pieces, you know, whatever you have. Bring along those, because we're either going to be making embellishments with our scraps, or we are going to be using paper clips. So bring both along just in case. I'm going to link those videos down below to G to go watch those that I mentioned for her. Also with what inspired today's collage master board, and paper snippets and the ways to use them. And then I'm also going to put a link to Dee Dee's video today. And normally I would not mention another artist while I'm showcasing one, but I was just so caught off guard by that video today, and I've seen a lot of cool things today, but that one was the most surprising, I will have to say. Anyway, go check those things out. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Hopefully my little bucket's going to hold up. It is very painful right this minute, so I am going to go get off of it and rest it for a little bit. And y'all have a very blessed day and evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.